San Francisco leaders held a closed-door meeting today with people who live on 22nd Avenue between Noriega and Moraga streets.
Yeah, many of them had their homes or cars damaged in the explosion. Crowd 4's Amanda Harry spoke with some of the city leaders after they left a big meeting.
The meeting was private and the media was not allowed inside, but I did speak with the city supervisor who represents the Outer Sunset District, and he says they wanted to create a safe space for neighbors affected by this explosion to express their needs and concerns.
We just wanted to be there for the residents. It's really traumatic what happened to them.
Less than a week ago, the unthinkable happened on this quiet Outer Sunset District street. A home exploded, killing one person and injuring others. The impact of the blast also shattered windows of nearby homes and vehicles. Some of the neighbors couldn't go back inside their home until late that night. Investigators say the suspect, Darren Price, had an active illegal narcotics manufacturing lab. Wednesday, he was charged with involuntary manslaughter, manufacturing a controlled substance, reckless burning, child endangerment, and elder abuse. The people on this block are still struggling to come to terms with what happened.
We had a fatality with serious injury, and everyone on the block is traumatized.
City supervisor for the area, Joel Engardio, organized the town hall. He says people at the meeting spoke about a range of things.
As simple as how do I get my broken window fixed, my garage door fixed, to things as poignant as, you know, I feel afraid going into my house right now. Can you have a patrol car a few more days? The fire chief, Janine Nicholson, was also there to help answer any questions.
I think people needed some reassurance and to know that their city, their taxpayers, that their city works for them.
After, firefighters went to some homes on the street to help people get inside or remove anything they may need. Chief Nicholson says this is one of the biggest explosions she's seen in nearly 3 decades with SFFD.
When I saw the photos of what they brought out, what they took out of the debris, I am surprised that it wasn't a lot worse. I really am.
The supervisor says while he works to help the people who live on the street, he's not forgetting about the suspect.
We need to make sure that consequences are met, and anyone who dares to think they're going to try to do such a thing, that they know they're not going to get away with it in San Francisco.
The city supervisor says he plans to have a larger public town hall in the future. He says that will likely happen in March. In San Francisco, Amanda Harry, KRON 4 News.